The views and opinions expressed in this broadcast do not necessarily reflect or represent the views and opinions of WBGR Network. Any questions or concerns about what is said should be directed to the show host, whose information will be provided upon request.
Let's talk about the positive life, the positive life, positive life. Let's talk about the positive life, positive life, positive life. Let's talk about the positive life, positive life, positive life.
Hey everybody, how y'all doing too? Welcome to Let's Talk Positive. Wait till mama say hi. Let me do my greetings around the world. To the Nigerians of Cairo, to the Spanish, hola, to the French, bonjour, comment allez-vous, to the India people from the north and south, namaste and wanna come, to my Philippines friends and family, hi, ¿cómo está family? Yeah, to the Koreans, annyeonghaseyo, to the Japanese, konnichiwa, to the Chinese, ni hao, to the Cantonese, ni hao, to the Guyana people from Africa, mema waju, to the Hawaiian people, aloha. To the Pakistani and those who speak that language, assalamu alaikum. To the Vietnamese people, xin chào. To the Ethiopians and those from the Mediterranean around those areas, salam and shalom. We had added also the Russians, kavazavu, and also the Arabic people, marhaba, and all the English people all over the world. Hey, how y'all doing? What's up? Yes, we have a fantastic show today. Oh my God. Let me pull up my terminology. I haven't pulled that for a while. If everything goes as planned, it's going to be supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. You know, we always have to clown around all that. But listen, let's do a recap real quick. You know, last week we had filmmaker Keith Terrell, right? And he's a filmmaker and producer from the ATL. He's originally from LA. Right. So they call it Hollywood instead of Hollywood. Right. But he moved there to the ATL just because it was more work and different things he's doing. And I still got to look at his newest movie, Raincoat, which he put out last year, 2020. And just to give him some thumbs up, because what I saw was just absolutely fantastic. Hey, Keith. Hey, what's up, man? So continue doing what you're doing. Also, listen. This is Black History Month, y'all. Black History Month, our month. We only have just a few more days, but it's our month, right? A couple of weeks ago, I talked about George Crumb, who invented the potato chips, Saratoga chips, right? And then I think last week I talked about Dr. Herbert Smitherman, and he was the creator of the toothpaste, Crest. Right. So when you brush your teeth with Crest, think about him, right? Also Folgers coffee, the Bounce fabric softener, and Safeguard soap. Who knew, right?
How about that?
And so this time, because I think this is like the last Wednesday of February. So I want to talk about maybe three people real quick. You know, Madam C.J. Walker. Right. She was like the first cosmetic entrepreneur, #1, the first female African-American millionaires. What happened with her story, and I don't know if people saw it on Netflix, they had it on there. But people at that time were suffering from alopecia, hair loss, and different things. And so she ran around to see, who could help, even doctors, different ones. And nobody really knew what to do. And so by her just simply experimenting at home, she came down with something it just took off. And then she had people going door to door. And it just really, really took off. And her name, she was actually born, her name was Sarah Breed Love. And she was born in December 1867 in Louisiana. So I thought that was awesome. And then most people know about George Washington Carver.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God. He's the peanut man.
Right.
But check this out, y'all. People probably didn't know this. He invented well over 300 uses of the peanut. We're talking flour, ink,
Right.
dyes,
Oh,
plastic,
yeah, oil.
wood, stains, soap, cosmetics, the peanut butter. Okay. But also, not only that, people, guess what? He created well over 118 products from sweet potatoes.
Right. I
The
remember
candy,
that.
vinegar, rubber, postage stamp, glue, flour, and guess what? Even pecans.
Right.
75 projects from them he created. He was from Missouri, and he grew up because it was an urge for the farmers at the time
Right.
to grow peanut and sweet potatoes to help to restore the soil at that time. And then one last person, did you want to say something
And
about that?
also, he had help of Booker T. Washington.
Booker T. Washington,
Right. And,
yes.
And they had a trade school.
See, that's good.
Down, yes.
And that's good. And then I want to mention one more person because our guest is on the phone. Guess what? And Garnett A. Morgan. I had to talk about him because guess what? By accident, y'all, he accidentally invented a hair straightening cream.
Isn't that something?
Wow. You know, he discovered that it was a liquid and it straightened the hair. He actually made clothes and also repaired shoes and different things like that. And guess what else he did? He invented the 3-positioned traffic light. Then later on, someone else came and they replaced it with the red, yellow, and green light signals. But he was the first one to invent the 3-way position traffic lights. Wasn't that wonderful? And also he invented the gas mask. Who knew, right? I mean, I thought it was wonderful. I just thought it was wonderful. And then one more thing I think I wanted to mention about, and I don't know what I did with my paper on that, but you know, we're still dealing with the COVID situation. But what I wanted to say, even though, you know, I won't be able to talk about like the last of this month, I may just continue it next month as far as this is Heart Health Month. But unfortunately for the USA, we have well over 500,000 people who died from COVID. So it's still a problem. They're still working on things. I think Johnson & Johnson now has made a vaccine that's a one-time dose. And I think they're supposed to be making, you said, a nasal kind of thingy, maybe something that you can take as a pill format or something like that. That may be in the making, in the making. But one thing I wanted to say about this, of course, we talked about that, obviously, hand wash, the social distancing, the wearing of the mask, and we'll talk a little bit more about that before we do the commercial break. But what they're saying now also is, and I got that from one of the doctors, and she said she got it through CDC, which is wonderful. What they're saying is, you know how you get the disposable one? Comes like this. And a lot of times what happens, people, is when you put it on, it's not a tight seal on the side there. Well, what you can simply do is put a knot here. See? When you put it on, put it over your ear instead. And that will give you, it'll be kind of
A tighter
a
fit.
tighter fit, right? Or the other thing you could do is if you just have it like that, take that part and kind of fold it so that it'll give you more of a coverage, right? And you won't have that thing in between there. Now that's the disposable one. And then what you want to do is put another one, maybe the cloth one on top of it to give you that double. So you want to do this. It should be like this. The double thingy, right? So the disposable one, of course, may be a one-time use, but of course this one, the cloth one, you'll use it over and over again. So you can actually, you know, go online and get these. A lot of stores even have that. And so that'll give you more coverage as far as that go. I thought that was just genius to wear that, you know.
In other words, you use that one as a lining.
There you go, and they give you way more coverage. You know. Then they're also making the thing that goes over your face also, so that you can see, and so that when people are talking, it won't go everywhere. So I thought that was good. The face shields that go here, and they kind of stick on your nose and all that. So all that is very, very helpful. And of course, people, we know. Listen, it's a lot have to do with your dieting. African Americans especially have a problem with vitamin D deficiency. So what you're going to do, you can get a vitamin D deficiency. They're now making like the D3s, or you can just get it in the different types of foods that you're eating.
Right.
You know, to make sure that your vitamin D level goes up. There's in fortified milk, it's in fortified cereal, and different things. They even have that Sunny D, different things like that. You want to get that vitamin D level up to give you more immunity, as well as your vitamin A. Okay, eating foods that are high in vitamin A and vitamin C to give you that boosted immunity. I think one of they used to make a immune kind of thingy, which had a little bit of zinc in it, and also it had a little bit of echinacea and vitamin C in it. But vitamin C happen to be water soluble, so you have to take that in every day, because it go out in your urine, especially if you don't have a kidney problem, all right? So if you do that, that helps to boost your immune system. Because you may have some people who say they just can't take shots.
Right.
Some people have died because of, you know, different things. They can't take it because they didn't know they were allergic to certain things. And a lot of people can't even take the influenza because there's something in it that they can't take. So what do? They got to do something the healthy way, okay?
See, your body has a language of its own.
It has a language of its own.
And it lets you know what is
does.
what. So
It
therefore,
does.
if you override it, then it's going to break down.
There you go. Now, you know what? Do you have any, like at least a minute of a nugget to give us before we have our guest? Our guest is online waiting.
Well, we all are looking forward to spring.
Yes, we
And
are.
so that means there's some preparation got to be, you know, you have to do some preparation here.
Yeah.
First, you have to do some spring cleaning,
Come on here.
and you're going to take care of your house, make it nice and clean. You do your spring cleaning, and then you're going to do your yard, you know, and that's important, clean up your yard. And then, last but not least, take ourselves so the Lord can clean our heart
Come
up.
on here. Yeah.
Because some of us have a lot of stuff going on in our heart, and we want the Lord to create in us a clean heart so we can see the Lord.
Okay.
Because if we don't, our blessing will be blocked.
You're right.
So we need the Lord to bless us all. So in order for Him to bless us, we have to make sure our heart is right.
Good.
That's it.
There you go. Nuggets, all right? Nuggets, all right. Let me just say hi to a couple of people that I see on here. Everett, Drake, Gene Williams, Charles D. Clark. Hey, I got to interview you again. Yes, I do. You're doing great things, sir. Yes. Nikki Berry. Hey, sis. Let's see. Maurice. Hey. Charlman, Gail. Hey. Michael Whitfield. Hey, what's up, y'all? Let me see who else. Alicia. Helen Kim. Hey, lady. Doing good things. I see you, girlie. Tobias. Jesse Lee. Derek Montgomery. Hey, cuz. What's up? Emma. Sonia. Hey, y'all. Paula. I see you. Christopher. Shirley. Hey. Willie. Sylvia. I see all y'all. I see you. C. Brooks. Hey, cuz. Willie. All y'all, everybody. Listen, repost, share my show, will you? Listen, we're going to do a commercial break because my guest is online. Yes, I am super excited. Listen, repost, share my show. Let's do the break time. Yeah.
Let's talk about the positive.
Let's Talk Positive Life with Renair airs live every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The show is seen worldwide and has a variety of topics, including discussions from medical, community affairs, live entertainment, and everyday conversations with guests, including the entertainment capital, Hollywood, California. Let's Talk Positive Life reaches a global audience with over 300,000 views every Wednesday on Roku, Fire Stick, Facebook, and WBGR Network. Let us advertise your business. For more sponsor, donation, and advertising information, or to join the conversation as a guest, contact Renair Montgomery at www.letstalkwithrenair.com and click on Contact Us. So spread the word. Sponsor opportunities are now available. Let's Talk Positive Life with Renair.
In 2008, we had the privilege of hosting the American Idol Fantasia. Following that, we were blessed to cater Steve Harvey and Kirk Franklin on Steve's last comedy tour. At that moment and on that premise, we knew that we needed to take soul food to the next level. We wanted to understand why in the world could you travel all over this country and taste amazing food, but there not be any consistency? Why was there not a leader that was leading the charge to franchise so that there were systems and duplication? So now we are the new managers of soul food. We have created a space where we have elevated the Southern soul food cuisine, and we have created a classy atmosphere where you can come and enjoy your colleagues, enjoy your family, enjoy your friends, and more importantly, impact communities. So we are looking forward to you coming and being a part of the fastest growing soul food chain in America. Come to Celebrity Soul Food. Be a part of the new managers of soul food. I know that you are busy being a wife. I know that you're busy being a mother. I know that you're busy maybe being a business owner. And I know you may be busy doing ministry. But what I do know is we can't do anything absent from God. Yes, I'm getting my hair done. I may be in a nail salon, but at the end of the day, ladies, we can't do anything unless God shows up for us. So you know what? I am never too busy to pray. I want to invite you to join me every Friday for 15 minutes. We are not going to pencil God out, but we are penciling God in. Meet me every Friday at noon for 15 minutes so that we can show God that we, ladies, we're never too busy to pray. Meet with us live. See you there.
Let's be clear with Lady J. Lady J. Lady J. Ladies, it's our Let's Be Clear moment. You are amazing. Amazing. You are powerful. Powerful. Let's be clear. You are a daughter of the Most High God. It's your girl, Lady J.
This is your girl, Lady J. Let's be clear. I absolutely, Doc, hear you loud and clearly, but there was this group called Climax. And Climax said, I need to have a meeting in the ladies' room. So today, what I want to do is I want to have a meeting in the ladies' room. And she said, I'll be back real soon. And this is, and she said, and this is my meeting for my ladies. I want my ladies to come to the locker room with me today. Okay. And what we need to do is we get ready to really wrap into a new, what I call playbook. And I want my women to meet me in the ladies' room. Tell the dudes that you'll be back real soon because I want you to come because guess what we're going to do? We're going to go in the locker room and we're going to make a new playbook. And what we're going to do is we're going to raise our expectations. We coming in the locker room and we're going to get our pride back and we're going to get our value back. We coming in the locker room. I'm sorry. Meet me in the ladies' room and we'll be back real soon. I want you to tell that dude, I want you to text him and say, I'm sorry, I got a meeting in the ladies' room and I'll be back real soon. Because what we got to do is we got to take a time out and we got to go back. All these questions that you guys are asking, a lot of it is because women have lost their way. Women are being competitive and we trying to, stack up against each other. We done lost the whole idealistic of a relationship and why you get in a relationship. What are you looking for? And this is to pivot to our next topic. We got to have a time out, sisters, and we got to have a meeting in the ladies' room and tell everybody from Lady J that we'll be back real soon.
Well,
that's my Let's Be Clear moment.
I ain't mad at you, lady. I ain't mad at you. Matter of fact, the locker room is for re-strategizing. So, baby, I feel you. You know what I'm saying? Go on to the bathroom. We got a men's room, too. But when we come back, we going to still be in the locker room. I'm just saying, I ain't no DJ. I'm just Dr. J. You know what I'm saying?
Look,
I'm Dr. Taja Jacobs, CEO of Celebrity Soul Food.
And I am Lady J, CSO of Celebrity Soul Food. It is an amazing time in history. We are rolling out 200 stores across America. Dr. J, it's been amazing to me to see the mastermind in you creating this concept.
Well, first of all, what I love about it is that we're doing it amidst the pandemic. But one of the things that's really close to my heart and the reason we did this is also to pay homage to soul food, but really my heart behind it was to a place of empowerment. I wanted individuals who feel stuck. Many times the things that we run into is that many of our franchisees, it feels surreal because at this point in their lives, it's like, finally, this is happening for me. I mean, if you're out there and you're literally working in the industry and you're putting the hours in and you're working for everyone else and never did it for yourself, we're that vehicle. And so for me, this is why we're doing it. It's so that people can finally have ownership in their lives.
It's amazing that you say that because I literally head up the department that works hand in hand with our franchisees. And so many people think, oh my God, can I really do this? Because no one's ever taken the time to create the assistance and the pathway to get you to the point of ownership where your doors are open. But we understand the economics. We understand real estate. We understand all of the moving pieces. So we do the heavy lifting because guess what? We don't expect our franchisees to be real estate brokers or to be marketing directors. We expect them to do what they do best. That is literally operating a business in the restaurant world.
Well, I wanted to take time and do this video for many of you because not only did I put an elite team together of executives to assist me in this opportunity, but I wanted to let everybody know that you actually can live your dream, pursue your own, and you can do it with the people that you love. And so listen, man, make sure, call us here at Celebrity Soul Food.
Where you are the star.
Okay, we are back. We are back. Let me say some hello to Monique. Hey, what's up, Jean? Yeah, Shirley, yeah. Kanisha, Raphael, y'all share my show. Repost, share, yeah. Okay, listen. I have the guest of guests online. Yes, I love it because they real and I'm real too. Yeah. Lady J, what can I say about Lady J? Well, to start, Pastor Taja. Oops. Pastor.
Hello.
Okay.
How you guys doing?
Hi, listen. Pastor Jacobs is a woman of many titles. Did I say many titles? Mm-hmm. Let me start here. She is an American TV co-host, a radio personality, a counselor, an entrepreneur mom,
Oh, wow.
an author, and it goes on and on and on and on and on and on. She is also a mother. She has 2 beautiful children. And y'all, she is the wife of the renowned Dr. J, the counselor. And she's the CEO of their multi-million-dollar franchise called, guess what? Celebrity Soul Food. Yeah. Wow. On air, these 2 are the powerhouse team. And they are, listen people, the hottest relationship podcast in the country under Stevie Wonder's radio station KJLH 102.3 FM in LA. Her segment is called Let's Be Clear, and her newest podcast is entitled Never Too Busy to Pray. That's Ladies and gents, here is the Honorable Lady J! Yay!
Look here, I will get your check in the mail, sis. You did a fabulous job.
You know what? Because I was like, you know what? Let me not mess up this. Let me not mess this up. No, but y'all know, everybody know, I'm real with mine. Listen, Lady J, listen. When Pam even told me, she said you did a magazine. You were on this. They honored you for Black History Month, our month.
Right.
And you were featured on the month issue, the Niche Press magazine in Belgium. That's in Europe, y'all.
Right.
I mean, wow. Kudos to you. Yes.
Bless you guys. Bless you guys. It's a blessing. Everything, it's amazing to me. I believe that every platform that you have, you honor God with it, right?
Yes.
And so for me, when I saw the cover and saw that it was in Belgium, I was like, oh my God. But guess what? Everyone all over the country, they need to know your story, and they need to know, the things that God is doing for you. And during this Black History Month, it was instrumental for me.
Yes.
And so I was excited. I was excited.
I was excited for you, because I'm like, wow. Wow. Because I want to know, when they first called you to do this, I mean, you were like, what? Who, me?
I think that absolutely, but there's a storyline there, and if you read that article, it really talks about one, inspiring other women, which is my platform at the end of the day, to really be you. I have an amazing story. Many people who follow me, they know that I lost my mom when I was 11 years old through domestic violence, and so I've had a journey. Right? And so people, they see you on TV, they see you on radio, they think, oh my God, I wish I could. But I always say that some people are not willing to put a down payment on your process.
That's right.
Of what you've had to go through in life. And so when I was asked to do that, in my mind, it's just, really magnifying the fact that through the entire process, I think it was a quote, and it comes from my amazing husband, Dr. J, that pain can produce if you push. And so that is kind of what I had in mind when they reached out. But it's a blessing.
Yes, and I love that because, even though I think Domestic Violence Month is actually in October along with Breast Cancer Month, but this is a thing that people are really dealing with right now because now people find themselves in closed facility in their homes, and they're not used to even being with their spouses for a longer period of time. And so people, even here, I know there have been a lot of people, a lot of domestic violence, a lot of people killing, it's in a lot in the news here in the DMV area. So kudos to you for being an advocate on their behalf for those who are actually suffering in silence, and just to know that there is help out here. You don't have to be in that particular environment. Sometimes it's best to leave just to save your life. Wow.
Absolutely. Well, my sister, Miss Renair, you guys have the hottest show. When you talk about let's talk positive and hear me clearly, I underline life. I get excited because people are dealing with this thing called life every day. And some are coping with it better than others. But I love, your mantra of let's talk positive life, because God is still, in spite of whatever anybody's going through, God is still absolutely awesome and amazing.
Come on here.
If you wake up breathing, it's enough for you to give him some praises and some glory and some honor, and to thank him and praise your way through those processes, right?
Absolutely.
So I just send love and kudos to you and the amazing work that you're doing, sis.
Thank you so much, Lady J, because the thing about it is, like you said, there's so much negativity, and a lot of times we tend to focus on that. I've seen a lot of people, even on Facebook, they're always on there, and because people are still at home, they're looking at things so negative. Why don't we look at something positive? Maybe they're saving someone's lives. And even though the money is not forthcoming, but none of my friends that I know of have been put out. They are still there. And there are some of the churches that are helping out a lot of people, and they're able to get, free groceries, free different things. So I say I'm not going to focus in on no negativity because there's so much negativity. I need to focus more on positive things, because that's very depressing to even think about negativity, isn't it, Mom? What you think?
For thinking about negative things, it causes you to fall.
Negative things, my mom said, causes you to fall. And look, Pastor J, she is a pastor, okay? And
And your brother beloved. I was listening to you, and all I could think about, is you and Doc's love story. Because trust me, I know it's there. he does not allow negativity. He's never allowed negativity in our home. He's never allowed negativity in ministry. He's never allowed negativity in our organizations. And I think that you really do get to decide. And I was listening to you as you were kind of doing, the whole bio, and I thought, oh my God, I'm exhausted. Do I do all of that?
You do that and more.
But do you know what? I do, but it's because I focus on positivity. And I only have enough time in a day to give and yield myself to being the wife of a celebrity and public figure, to give myself to my most beautiful children, right? To give myself to the fastest growing soul food chain in America. To give myself to, the fastest and hottest podcast, across America as well. So I don't have time. I don't allow people to take up my time with anything negative, right? Because what I want to always see is fruit. And I encourage anyone that's out there listening today. My sister said, let's talk positive life. I have a saying, if you are not lifting up something, then you cannot discredit something in a dialogue with me or a person. And so I don't leave room for people to even open up that dialogue with me about anything that is not fruitful and positive, which is edifying, which in my mind is spiritual for me.
That's awesome. That is awesome. And I'm going to tell you what I do like was that I saw that y'all also had Jonathan Slocum on it. And I think he's not married, right? But y'all did include him in one of them when you did this relationship marriage thing, sexually single. What I like about you and Dr. J, is that y'all it's like uncensored. But yet it's real, raw, but it's still like biblical. It's y'all keep all that in my look, uncensored. Transparency, right? It's not like sugarcoat, it's like y'all real with that. To include us singles in, because everybody ain't married. I know I'm not married.
Look, that means you saw the show last week.
You know what?
Absolutely. But you know what? It's the ability, when you have a platform, it's for everyone at the end of the day. And when you want to do great things, you cannot isolate yourself to speak to just one person. One of the biggest things about Celebrity Soul Food is that Doc has not only elevated and scaled soul food for the first time in history, but he's unifying the country through food, because we have a diversified environment in our corporate office, a diversified group of franchisees that come from every culture and walk of life. Life has to become bigger than you. That makes sense.
That's right.
And so many times people want to just make everything that's going on just about them. There's a whole world out there. There's a world that is thriving. There's a world and exposure that you can tap into and grow. I think that people stagnate themselves when they think they know everything. And I know we know people like that.
We sure do.
And they limit themselves to exposure to say, I want to keep growing. I want to keep maturing. I want, my thing is God expand and enlarge my territory. But that's not just, people think economics every time they think of increase. No, increase my peace. Increase my capacity, increase, my friends, my family. Show me exactly where you want me to be and what is my purpose on this earth. That's my mission every day.
That's good. That's good, Lady J. I tell you the truth. Dr. J I know he is blessed and highly favored to have you. Yes, he is. Yes, sister girl. Yes. Because let me tell you, people, Dr. J and also Lady J, they give people the opportunity to even be a part of this franchise. And Dr. J, when I last talked with him, he talked about how he's willing to even help people to get on board to do it. Who does that at this time with the pandemic? You know what I mean? And I thought that was just wonderful. And he has, like I said, all races. I mean, it's just absolutely fantastic. Kudos to y'all. And I can see that really just expanding even more and more and more. Worldwide expansion. It's just going to go. It's going to go there. It really is. We got to talk about you know, with Stevie Wonder's show and the segment that Dr. J gave you, Let's Be Clear. Talk about when you first decided. I love the title of Let's Be Clear. And of course, when we were talking offset, you know, she liked to say, let's be clear. Yes, she does. I love it. But talk about that. How did you even come up with that catchy title as far as that go?
Well, it's so funny because Doc is actually my manager, and he created the Let's Be Clear brand.
Did he?
And it's something that I would say all the time. And he said, I have got to trademark that. And I was like, what? You know, he said, no. And he said, it defines kind of who you are.
Mm-hmm.
In my heart and in my mind, I love clarity.
Come on here.
And I used to think when I was young, you know how they say, oh, you talk too much. And I realized I wasn't talking too much. I like to communicate.
You like to communicate.
And I believe in effective communication. But let me say, look, you know, I was going to say, let's be clear.
Come on and do it.
What I will not do is I do not engage a conversation that does not have truth to it. I will not. I will stop you in your tracks.
Okay.
Half of that is discernment, and the other half is that is I got enough sense at 46 to know not to.
Come on
so
here.
I like to bring clarity. You know, people can weigh in on topics and situations and circumstances. And my segment on Do I Want to Stay Married, the Let's Be Clear moment, is me bringing clarity about something very specific to women. To say, hey, you know, let's clear the air. And let's call it what a TI is. And that is where he established that. So, yes, there's Let's Be Clear shirts and bags and everything, because that is a movement that he created. And he created that because he wanted me to have a place. And I want to say this, and you know I love my sexy chocolate husband. Okay? Everybody in the world know that belongs to me.
All right now.
But let me be clear about this. I have been blessed because Doc has been able to lead me and love me.
Come on here.
And that's a uniqueness that most men don't have. Does that make sense?
Come on here.
And so when he created Let's Be Clear, he wanted me, you know, to join alongside him and to have a voice. And I have a voice through my brand of Lady J, Let's Be Clear.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Kudos to you. Yes. You got to talk about, because we talked about this off a set, about then balancing, because y'all doing so much. And then with the travel from LA, Beverly Hills to Florida, you know, weekly, you got to talk about that. With you having the kids and everything like that, how do you even balance life, period?
I think we figured out that you can't. So what he requires, even in our organization, we read a book, and it's required for every person, and it's called The Power of One. And what that means is that you have to focus on one thing at a time, and you cannot rob whatever that is with something else. And it's so funny, when I travel, I know, you know what, I'm getting on a plane. Okay, I'm sleeping, because sometimes for me, that is my rest, right?
Yes.
Then when I hit LA, I'm in studio mode. Okay, how long, you know, do I have study time to prepare for the show?
Yeah.
It's me capturing the one in everything that I do. When I get to, you know, to Florida, and I'm thinking about, oh my God, so now we're in business mode, and I'm an officer of a company, and they have expectations of me, right?
Yeah.
So it's me not necessarily trying to figure out the balancing, because trust me, Trinity and Isaac, the best children in the world, they don't want to hear about the TV show. I teased them this morning because my children are so humble, and I thank God for that.
Yeah.
Because all of what's going on, they just want mommy and daddy. So when I'm in mama mode, I'm in mama mode. When I'm in wife mode, I'm in wife mode. Trust me, when Doc is rubbing my leg, he is not talking about, let's be clear, our celebrity soul food, right? So it's just being in the moment and making sure I'm giving the best of myself to whatever that is at the time.
That's awesome. So she knows how to balance everything. And with your kid,
and this way she won't get things mixed up.
That way she won't get things mixed up. She won't get exactly. And do you think that your kids, I know they're little, but do you think they would want to follow your footsteps as far as doing what you do? Maybe pastoring, maybe even doing media work? Because sometimes the kids will, you know, if you show that, then they'll be like, yeah, I want to do what mommy does, you know, that type of thing.
Well, let me be very clear. We do happen to have some mini-me's There is a mini Lady J out there. Pray for her. There is a mini Dr. J. Pray for him. But our children are really tracking on their own. One thing I can say, and I thank God for it, is they know God. And both of my children are anointed, and they have a solid relationship with God, period. That I know they have gain from us, which is the best thing that you pray for, right?
Right.
But little Lady J, she's absolutely tracking to be an attorney. And mini Dr. J is standing 6 foot tall, wearing a size 14 and 12. I am confident that the NBA is going to pay me back for all these tennis shoes that I have to buy every month, right? They're on their own journey, and we want them to be. And what we say to them every day is that we're working hard for you and your children.
Yeah.
So that you all can do whatever you choose to do, but it won't be because you have to do.
That's awesome. That's awesome. That's awesome, you know, because I know I've always said I wanted to be a nurse, and I always wanted to be a singer. And what else I say? A teacher, kind of like as far as this pertaining to nursing, really. Right. And so my mom always was like, okay, baby, you can do that. And she always encouraged me, you know, as far as that go, and was there to support me. I appreciate that. We got to talk about, of course, your newest show, Never Too Busy to Pray. Just taking that come on here, 15 minutes out of your time, people. I don't know if people remember this. I talked to my mom about this. But back in the day, Sunday was all about God. You went to church for hours, got something to eat, came back. Now, of course, people don't even want to stay 1 hour in church. 1 hour, they be ready to go. But this was just so wonderful to say, just, you know, taking 15 minutes to pray to the Lord. Talk about that, and when you even came up with that. Talk about that.
Absolutely. Well, I was just confronted. That's just the bottom line. See how clear that is? See how uncensored that is?
Yes.
He just confronted me. And he told me, he said, and I complimented because I love your mom, and I told you that it's her being in that environment and what that does spiritually. But what he said is, back in the day, you're right. We used to lay before God, you know, and it's that moment, like the Bible says, you know, Jacob said, I'm not going to let go of you, God, until you bless me. And we don't have any type of motivation, it seems like, to tarry and to seek God until he moves and to pursue God. And so he just confronted me, and he said, you know what, I want you to bring women together, and I want you, and hear me, sis, he said, I want you to absolutely challenge them, give them an opportunity, give them a place to come and see if they will absolutely move, because it's a movement. It's a movement. I want them to, so you have to decline taking the 15 minutes. Does that make sense?
Okay.
So he said, create an environment where they can make a sacrifice and commit to coming and seeking me and watch me move. And so for me, I was obedient. Now, Doc, I started out on a conference line, and out of just pure obedience. And you know, your amazing brother, the high-level fancy guy, he was like, absolutely not. Let me get you your platform set up, because we need to open this up so that people really understand what's on your heart. And so every Friday, I meet with women all over this country, and we pray for 15 minutes. And hear me clearly, I challenge them, take your lunch break, run to your car, run in your closet. But I'm daring people and challenging them to make prayer a priority.
Come on here.
So people can come. We do it on Friday. They drop the edited version on Monday on my YouTube channel.
Okay.
And I have a lot of people that are there on Fridays at 12, but then I have people who literally do watch it and comment and get what God has for them. So I want to make sure people go out and subscribe and follow me on Never Too Busy to Pray.
That's awesome. That's awesome, because even if you miss it, say like if you're at work or doing something, you can still see it on YouTube. And you know, like I said, the thing about it is, the Lord is the one that gives you breath. You are here. It's not the alarm clock that woke you up. It's the Lord that woke you up, right? All this other stuff. And if we can't take the time to, you know, acknowledge him, and he's doing all this stuff, it's like, well, what about me? You know, I'm doing all this stuff for you, and you ignore me, and you're the reason why I'm here. And it's like, I love this. I love this, sis. I really do. You got to tell us your favorite scripture. Yeah.
That's easy breezy.
Okay.
Easy breezy. Jeremiah 29:11. For I know the plans I have for you, says the Lord, plans of peace and not of evil, plans to bless you and not to harm you, but to give you an expected end. I quote it every single day as I get up out my bed. Every day, sis.
That's good.
Yeah. All right. How are you doing during this pandemic? You got to talk about that because you know, she really raw with hers. Has this pandemic kind of affect you in certain ways? I mean, you find yourself have to do something a little bit different.
I really want to dive in and tell you, one is I'm very grateful to God because I heard you say, everyone that you know, they're being sustained.
Yes.
Honestly, our business grew, by 145%. We were not impacted in any manner. But I'm going to tell you something. The praying husband that I have, Doc and I have been married for 17 years.
Okay.
And there has not been one day ever that man has not gotten up and covered his family in prayer. I tell him I should just slide out the bed after he done anointed me and the kids. But I believe that it's because of faith. Mm-hmm. And I want to say this to you. The impact that it has had on me has been spiritual. Mm-hmm. I think it was T.D. Jakes that said, God is the only person that can put everybody in time out at the same time. And I absolutely believe that. I believe that this has been a moment for people to reevaluate where they are in their spiritual walk, in their mental walk, in their social walk, in their economical walk, in their health. We have had an opportunity. There are people that hadn't had a vacation in years or hadn't seen their children because we're in the mix of running and going, that were able to embrace that. And yes, my heart is broken for the losses that we've had as a nation. But I think that the Bible says all things work together for the good of them that love God and are called according to his purpose. We got to grab a hold of why in the heck are you still breathing? Do you hear me? What is it that what is your assignment? People are so busy trying to figure out what's going on with John and Sally and Sue and Jim that you don't know what the heck is going on with you. What's the priority for me is what's in my house. Do you understand me? So I'm concerned about me, my husband, my children, our business, the gifting that God has placed on my life. What does my stewardship look like? So the pandemic has pushed me to be real with me and to say, is there some opportunities for you to revisit some things and reprioritize and get some things in place? That's where I've been, sis. Outside of the fact that I couldn't get my nails done for 6 months.
Hey, look, look, Lady J, I usually get my nails done even before the show, but look, I have my little thing right here. I don't know if you see it. Look, covering my nails, my little nubs. So I don't have to get it done anymore.
I will start crying. My amazing husband, he hired me mobile nail tech. He built in the studio. There's a green room and a makeup room. He built all that for me. He said, "Baby, I got to make sure we got to get this thing together." But I appreciate the reality of us recognizing that no matter what our platform is or pedigree or whatever, we're all people. And we're all a people who need God. So that's what the pandemic has definitely, in my mind, defined.
That's the truth, isn't it, Mama? Right. And I love it because, as successful as they are so down to earth. I love that. Their spirit is just so right. And we got to talk about, we talked about this off the camera, that your studio, this was in Florida, that thing is second to none. Dr. J, y'all, and Lady J, y'all did y'all thing there. I said y'all gave the Lord an Abel offering and not a Cain offering. Somebody see that thing, they'd probably be jealous. Yeah, because it is so well done. I said, that's state-of-the-art equipment.
Thank you.
Very nice. Very nice.
Thank you so much, sis, for the compliment. I told you that Doc said, I'm gonna put a small studio in, and the next thing I know, about 3,000 square foot was locked down with a whole suite. I just waved my hand.
Come on here.
He believes in doing things in excellence. And
That's
that
good.
is to honor God.
That
right?
is good. Yes, absolutely.
At the end of the day.
Absolutely, absolutely. You know, God always loved his best. Back in Moses' time, he didn't want no foolishness. He said, this is how I want it. This. And that's how he wants us to be as well. You know? Ladies, let me tell you, that time just goes. But you gotta tell us, how do we get in touch with you? You mentioned about the shirts and the bags, and maybe you probably have the hats. Maybe they say, well, let's be clear, all that. Give us that information as far as how we can continue supporting you.
Absolutely. Well, across all social media platforms, it is Let's Be Clear. You can find me. You can go to Dr. J the Counselor for our entertainment arm, and you can locate us on any platform. You can get counseling there. All of the products that I talked about today, you can purchase those items actually on drjthecounselor.com. And then across all platforms on Facebook, YouTube, it's Taja Jacobs. And as I told my sister, that's Taja, like Taj Mahal.
Taja,
so
right. Look, and then I'll be like, you know what, Taja?
Across all platforms.
Okay, I'm going to practice it over and over. You know, y'all real with mine.
Lady J, so I have business partners, and we're in a meeting, and they're like, Lady J, you know, because they're like, oh, and I said, it's Taja.
Hey, y'all know I'm real with mine, yeah. Blooper Renair.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm talking about? But I always call you Lady J, because, you know, that's what I've been calling her for years. When I talk to my mom, I say, you know, Lady J, I always say that. But, you know, it's just in my spirit to say Lady J, y'all. But listen, okay,
Absolutely.
So you want to give some shout-outs to who you want to give some shout-outs to?
Absolutely. Well, one is I want to thank every woman, all the women who joined with me, because it's not followed me, but joined me with Never Too Busy to Pray. And you know I have to absolutely give a shout out to that husband of mine, Dr. J the Counselor. Thank you, especially in Love Month. You know, we interviewed Flex and Shanice last week on Do I Want to Stay Married, and we all had a moment, but in the month of love and every month, thank you for loving me, and thank you for giving me the desires of my heart by having you as my husband and my most amazing children. And I just want to give a shout out to you. Thank you for having a platform, sis, where people can have positivity. And trust me, you are making an impact. Sometimes when people just hear you laugh, it's something that resonates in someone's body to say, you know what, I don't have anything to be down about. And I give nothing but mad love to Celebrity Soul Food and absolutely the best staff in the world. I give God praises for giving me a voice, and I just honor him for trusting me. And prayerfully, every day I'll be a good steward over what he's given to me.
Absolutely, Lady Taja. Yes. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. With the quickening, yes. Listen, thank you so much. And we're going to keep in touch for sure. You know, I'm always on Instagram also, and I'm following your husband there. He follows me. And also on Facebook. I see you on there, because I think you don't have a friend thing. You just have one of those, the likes. So listen, people, please go to her site and like. She's under Taja Jacobs. So just go there and like. And please support people. We want to support, especially, come on, African Americans. We need to support, and everybody. Because this goes everywhere. Right. Of course, they have the Celebrity Soul Food, and you know, those who are good cooks. You know, what a great franchise to even join, to be a part of. You know, and they're helping you. It's just wonderful. It's just a wonderful team. Thank you so much. Okay.
Thank you for having me, sis. Thank you, Mom. You guys be blessed and stay safe. God bless you.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Wow, that time just goes. This time just goes. You know, I tell you the truth. Listen, y'all, please repost and share my show. Next week, we have the one and only Dietrich Haddon. And I hope I said his name right. You know what? Okay. So listen, y'all. Let me at least say my goodbyes, because I tell you, that time just goes. And, you know, 1 hour, I need an hour and a half at least. But I got what I got. A few minutes, right?
Yeah, you can talk.
So I'm going to do my goodbyes real quick, and then maybe they can play a little bit of his, one of his CDs, shows, YouTubes. To the Nigerians, Odabo, to the French, au revoir, to the Indian people, Velosta, to the Spanish, adios, to the Vietnamese and also Ethiopian, those who speak that language, ciao, to the Italians, arrivederci, To the Koreans, Annyeonghaseyo. To the Pakistan, Al Hafaz. To the Russians, Das Vidanya. And then to all the English people, you know I can't leave y'all. I'll see y'all later. Repost, share my show, please. All right. Please support our own. Yes. All right. See y'all later.